Stocks of the day for the market, just about holding up in the green, but this means that it's holding on to the gains that it's taken on in the last three trading sessions. So for the week, it's been about a 1% rally for the benchmark indices. And keep in mind, the Asian markets are actually on the back foot on the back of weak data coming out of China and simmering tensions between US and China. So as we speak, Nikkei is down nearly 2%. Hang Seng is down 350 points. And even the other market, Straits, the Taiwanese markets are all down close to about 1%. So compared to the Asian markets, flat is actually pretty good. And I guess the RBI board meeting would have also started. It was expected to have started at close to about 10 o'clock in the morning. So that would have started. So that's going to give us some direction, especially from the financials once it's done.
Absolutely, Rima. You know, and what's actually interesting is overnight I was looking at the data that came in from the ECB and the Chinese macro data that came in as well. So the US yield suggests that there is a slowdown of growth in the US. The ECB president has trimmed the growth expectations from 2% to 1.9%, and the data from China too has been weaker than expectations. In light of that, the Indian CPI has been good. The IIP has been good for October, and the street believes that maybe there could be more money coming in ahead of elections. There would be growth. So yes, the Indian growth may outperform global growth, and the markets too are, as we speak, are outperforming. Mind you, we did recover from the 200-day moving average of close to 10,750. First up, all the top stories, and then we get you more on the show. Relief for Vodafone and Bharti Airtel after the TD-SAT dismisses TRAI's predatory pricing rule and orders the telecom regulator to rework this rule within the next 6 months.
Yes Bank in focus yet again after sources tell CNBC TV 18 that Brahm Dutt, an independent director of the bank, is likely to be the part-time non-executive chairman.
Motherson Sumi surges in trade on reports that the company is in early-stage merger talks with Leone, the deal being valued at more than $1 billion.
Banks under prompt corrective action continue to buzz as the RBI board meeting starts. Big expectation is that relaxation in the PCA framework for weak banks may come up for discussion.
Indian Oil Corp gains on the back of a buyback announcement. The board approves a buyback of 3.1% equity at nearly 149 rupees a piece.
And also there is the dividend. So IOC, apart from the buyback announcement, has said that there will be a dividend of 6 rupees 75 paise. So that too is adding to the optimism.
Absolutely. So around 4 rupees added onto the stock price for a 6 rupee plus dividend discounted for that. But keep an eye out on the markets. While the Nifty is flattened out a little bit, we have the mid-cap index which is still outperforming. Prakash Gaba joins us. Prakash, you know, from the lows that we saw on Tuesday, the Nifty is up nearly 460 points. The Sensex up 1,500 points. The mid-cap index has been an outperformer, nearly 7% higher from the lows that we saw on Tuesday.
Yes, what we have seen is a massive up move. And after a massive up move, we see if we rather pause here, I think is healthy. So far, the technical targets on the upside are 10,870. I think we can go there. But I would say that strong support exists as 10,750. So if we are above this 10,750, I think we are okay. So we are into some kind of a consolidation.
So from a positional perspective, you know, 10,800 thereabouts has been the series closing high, and 10,941 has been the series high itself, which also coincides with the 100-day moving average.
Correct.
Do you think those levels are on the cards anytime this series again?
What I would say that it's expanded too much too fast. This place is just right for a correction. But I would say that 10,000 lows that we have seen, 10,100, are very strong support zone to work with. So we are basically into consolidation. We are expanding and contracting. And this expansion has been too fast. Now, if the market has to go up to 11,100 or 11,200, it can go up. It has the legs to go up. For that, it needs to first rest. Gather some space, get some breathing space, and then take up. It's not happening in a hurry, but yes, it can go up there.
Okay, by the way, the Nifty is dipped into the red. Now, so has the Sensex, and even the Bank Nifty has slipped close to more than 100 points from the top of the day. Keep your eye on financials like HDFC Limited and IndusInd Bank or Kotak Mahindra Bank. There is a slide which is coming out on them. We should be expecting a judgment by the Supreme Court on the Rafale deal, whether a court-approved probe will be initiated in the Rafale deal. So we await that judgment. Prakash, what about individual names?
I have two stocks, both on the long side. I seen an up move, some kind of correction. Correction got over, and that is ITC. I think ITC is looking up, can climb to levels closer to 280 zones. Stop below 272 should be in order. I also like L&T Finance. Again, here we saw some correction. and the correction seems to have got over. Again, a fresh up move is started. Technical targets on the upside is in the vicinity of 150, 152 zones. Stop below 143 on L&T Finance should be okay.
All right, stop below 143 rather on L&T Finance should be okay. Prakash, disclosures?
No, none of these two stocks, no, nothing.
All right, thanks a lot for that. We will keep coming back to you all through the course of the day. With that, we slip into a short break, but as we do that, let's get in some market opinion coming in from Harsha Upadhyay, who's the CIO Equity at Kotak Mutual Fund, to get his sense of what he makes of the market. Listen in.
Some expectations building up in the market in terms of Fed going slow in terms of expected interest rate hikes next year onwards. If that were to happen again, that would be positive for all the EMs, including India. But as far as political scenario is concerned, I think still there is a big event coming up next year. So until we cross over that, there will be volatility in the market. So for us, 2019 early part would be still a consolidation phase for the market. And if you get good opportunities to invest during that period, if a stable government comes in, then you could really be in for a good amount of wealth creation. Market expects that the credit flow into the economy will increase over the next few months and quarters, and that's the expectation which is driving some of the stocks in terms of expected demand and improvement in the business conditions. We have been bullish on domestic cyclicals, but domestic cyclicals which are closely linked to economic activity and where we believe that there is a positive undertone already, and we believe that will continue into the future as well. As far as other segments are concerned, we are also bullish on some of the sectors and segments which are closely linked to rural economy. We believe that credit flow into rural economy will be a large one before elections, and that could really perk up some of the consumption trends in the rural area.